Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition. My name's Camel, and today we have a guide for the unique headpiece known as the Diadem of the Savant. It's an excellent piece for any low-level wizards, witches, priests, priestesses, sorcerers, or sorceresses. Now, you may be thinking, but Camel, the Diadem of the Savant isn't unique, there are two of them. This will be determined by which version of the game you use and if you use the unofficial patch. The broken and bugged second spawn point for the Diadem of the Savant was the woodcutting log outside of Floki's shack in the Rift. However, if you have the Skyrim Special Edition or use the Skyrim unofficial patch, with any version of Skyrim, the Diadem of the Savant will no longer spawn here. It was confirmed to be a bug, and therefore has been removed. So when the game is in its correct state, there is only one place to get the Diadem of the Savant, which is here, Labyrinthian, an ancient Nordic ruin originally built as a temple to the dragons. On the map, Labyrinthian can be found here. It's in between Whiterun and Morthal, and about twice as close to Morthal than it is to Whiterun. In the middle of Labyrinthian, there is this burial mound. We want to walk around to the eastern side of this mound, where we will find a small tunnel which leads to this doorway. Now this doorway leads to Shalidor's maze. On the local map it can be found right here, on the eastern side of Labyrinthian. So now let's make our way into Shalidor's maze, and we will find a very unique area, with lovely flower beds, flourishing trees, our very own personal canyon, and of course we will have Shalidor's maze, and at the back there is a word wall. There are other treasures peppered around too, so have a good browse of the area. But the maze, how does it work? Well, when we first walk in and approach the raised platform in front of the maze, we will find a dead body with a note in its hand. This note reads, "Enter twice, exit only once. Alteration will lead you to destruction. Only illusion shows the way to restoration. Conjure not, but be conjured instead." Ooh, hocus pocus. Now that note does actually make sense, but instead of trying to decrypt it, let's just get through the maze. And that's why I'm here, to show you how to do it. When we get near this corpse, 4 staffs will rise out of these slots here in the ground. Now we will need these staffs to make our way through the maze, but also considering you can come here at level 1, you'll be getting your hands on some pretty seriously expensive items. Collectively, the 4 staffs have a value of 4,373 gold. Considering you don't have to find anything, this is not a bad way to get your hands on a house deposit for Breeze Home at level 1. But before you sell them, finish the maze first. So, now we have the staffs, let's enter the maze of Shalidor. Firstly, straight away, we will encounter the Sigil of Alteration. So pull out the Staff of Mage Light we just picked up and shoot it at the sigil. This will lower the barrier. Now you can use spells to do this as well, but we might as well put those staffs to use. Continue making your way through the maze. There will be a few enemies, nothing difficult. And don't worry, this is a unicursal maze, meaning there is only one path to follow. So, soon enough, we will reach the next sigil. This will be the Sigil of Destruction, so pull out the Staff of Fireballs and fire it at the sigil, pun intended. This will drop us down into a tomb. Walk out of the hallway and turn to the right, then make your way up the stairs until you exit back to the outside of the maze. Once we resurface, face the maze and turn left. Make your way all the way around to the word wall. Then enter the maze at this second entrance, just across from the word wall. Now we will be met with the Illusion Sigil, so pull out our new Staff of Fear, fire it at the sigil, and once the barrier has lowered, make your way back into the second side of the maze. And finally and eventually we will be met with the Restoration Sigil. Pull out the Staff of Repulsion, hit the sigil with it, and we will drop down into the tomb once again. This time we will encounter the Trial of Conjuration. When we get close to it, we will be teleported into some strange outer realm of oblivion by a Dremora. Now pay attention here, because I want to stress that you have to be careful not to one-shot this guy. As we can see, he is wearing the Diadem of the Savant, so we will need to loot it off his corpse to get our hands on it. And when we get his health to about 80%, we will be teleported back to Shalidor's maze to finish the fight. So, if you one-shot him while we're in this realm of oblivion, his body will stay here, yet you will be teleported out back to the maze, rendering this whole mission a failure and sealing the Diadem of the Savant's fate to be eternally lost in oblivion. So again, take it easy on this guy until you get teleported back to the maze. Once here, he will summon a group of pesky Atronachs, take them out, and send that Dremora scum back to oblivion. Once he has been crushed, loot its corpse and we will find exactly what we came here for. Grab it. So now we have it, let's check it out. The Diadem of the Savant. Its type is light armor, its slot is the head, it has a base armor rating of 7, a weight of 4, a value of 1201. It cannot be upgraded normally, only with the unofficial patch, which you should all have, so given that most of you are using that patch, and if you are not, get on it you crazy crackers. This may have actually been changed, like the Locket of St. Jib, with Skyrim Special Edition. So if anyone can confirm that it can be upgraded in the Skyrim Special Edition without the unofficial patch, please do so in the comments and help myself and everyone else. So provided you have the Skyrim unofficial patch, it can be upgraded with a golden ingot, which requires you to have the Arcane Smithing perk, however it does not benefit from any smithing perk. This means that you will have to fortify your smithing skill over 100 in order to improve the Diadem of the Savant beyond flawless. And finally, its enchantment. Spells in all schools cost 5% less magicka to cast. Now having all spells costs reduced by 5% is nice. It's not amazing, especially if you find yourself using 1 or 2 types of magic. But if you are a bit of an all-rounder when it comes to throwing magic around, then this might be a piece to add to your collection, especially at low levels, of course providing that you can complete the challenge of Shalidor's Maze. Getting this early on in the game would be a massive benefit. In fact, you can come here at level 1. But with the enchantment aside, the Diadem of the Savant is unique in a whole bunch of very helpful and unique ways. Firstly, it's the only circlet in the game to give an armor rating. The Diadem of the Savant is classed as light armor when trying to sell it, e.g. to a weapon or armor merchant, but a merchant that buys and sells jewelry will not buy it. This also means that when struck, the light armor skill increases. However, in the game files it is not tagged with the light armor keyword, therefore the game counts it as clothing, which means you can wear the Diadem of the Savant and still benefit from the alteration perk Mage Armor, regardless of the fact that the Diadem of the Savant actually provides an armor rating. Now just to be even more friendly, despite being technically classed as light armor, it counts towards the heavy armor perk Well Fitted, in addition to the light armor perk Custom Fit, and furthermore, it counts towards the perks Windwalker, Deft Movement, Cushioned, Tower of Strength, and Reflect Blows. So the Diadem of the Savant is more flexible than a contortionist. Whether you want to use it or not, it's definitely something to add to your collection given its many unique attributes. But it's definitely a very interesting piece with some nice hidden features. If you can pull off acquiring it early on in the game, it will make a wonderful adornment for your caster-based character. A solid piece, the Diadem of the Me. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Camel, and this has been my guide for the unique circlet in Skyrim known as the Diadem of the Savant. As always, I do hope this video helped you out. And if it did, you'll be very interested in checking out the other Skyrim Special Edition guides that I've already done. Links to them can be found down in the description, or you can wait till the end of the video to click on the playlist button. Now down in the old description there, you can also find links to my social medias including Twitter and Patreon. Be sure to hit them up if you are keen in supporting the channel and keeping up to date with what I'm up to. As I'm sure you know, all of my time and energy goes into making these videos for you, so your support is most appreciated and welcomed in any and all forms. So thank you very much for watching, thank you for supporting the channel, and I will see you very shortly in the next video. I'll see you there soon.